The county has declared a state of emergency. We invested in air filters to protect residents. We've expanded testing so families can see in real time what's in the water. We funded stormwater upgrades and dredging work to reduce exposure in some of the hardest hit neighborhoods. But we know this crisis did not start with the county, and it cannot be solved by any one government acting alone. We all must come together. Everyone has a role to play, federal, state, and local. For years, Mayor Paloma Aguirre has been a fierce fighter, doing everything she can from the city of Imperial Beach, pushing for solutions, protecting her community, and fighting to be heard. And today, she's brought forward a clear, thoughtful plan for what the county can do. A plan that reflects her deep knowledge of this crisis and her vision for how our region must step up to meet it. Mayor Aguirre has met with serious individuals with a focused proposal and has brought forward a plan that reflects what families, teachers, and business owners have been calling for. It's practical, it's actionable, and it gives us a framework the county can move on immediately. Paloma, your leadership has brought us to this turning point. You've been relentless. From City Hall to Sacramento to Washington, making sure this crisis could not be ignored. And now you're giving us something we can all rally around, a roadmap rooted in the real lived experience of South County residents. From cleaning up toxic hotspots to improving air quality in schools, to launching a public health study, to appointing a county lead to coordinate this work. These are tangible steps the county can take, and I believe we must take. So that's why I'm committing today to bring forward Paloma's plan during this month's budget process out the county and begin advancing the proposals it proposes and contains. So let's be clear. This will not solve our international wastewater infrastructure crisis overnight, but it will do what we can do as quickly as possible right now to protect our kids, our health, and our neighborhoods. Mayor Aguirre, I am so grateful for your partnership and for your leadership. You've helped create the momentum we need to keep moving forward. Let's get to work.
Thank you. I'm so incredibly grateful for the chair's leadership, not just today, but in the years that she's been at the county, especially during times that were extremely challenging as the empirical evidence came to light. She's been a force and to be reckoned at the county on increasing the quality of life for all, but also especially for those who are affected by this health emergency. I am incredibly honored and grateful to be joined today by a number of community leaders and elected officials. We have the office of Senator Steve Padilla here with us today. We have a representative from the YMCA Camp Surf, which is an organization that is extremely impacted by the beach closures that serves underserved youth. Courtney Batilski is here. Council member Cesar Fernandez from the city of Chula Vista. We have the council member from National City and Air Pollution Control District Board member Marcus Bush. We're also joined by two of the leading researchers, not just on this issue, but in the world on this particular issue. Dr. Kim Prather, who is a global leader in atmospheric chemistry at the Scripps Institution of Oceanography, and Dr. Paula Granados from the School of Public Health at San Diego State University. Without their bold and fearless leadership on this issue, we wouldn't know what we know today, which I will get into. I also want to acknowledge our community members, Malia Halloran, who's an Imperial Beach resident and impacted by this pollution, as well as Council Member Lauren Cazares from the city of La Mesa, and everyone else who's here. Thank you for being here. My name is Paloma Aguirre, Mayor of the City of Imperial Beach. We're here today again because South County is standing up for clean air, for clean water, and a better future for our children. And today we're not just sounding the alarm, we're demanding the action we've been denied for far too long. Last week, our community drew national attention when Senator Cory Booker visited the Tijuana River Valley. He saw what we live with every day. the stench, the sickness, the systemic neglect. He stood in the same toxic air our children breathe on the way to school, and he told us the truth. This would not be allowed to happen anywhere else in America. He's right, and it's time San Diego County get off the sidelines. We can't just keep asking the federal government to step in when our own county government hasn't stepped up. And that's why I'm incredibly grateful to Supervisor Tara Lawson-Remer for stepping up and including this plan in the budget. We're serious about getting progress at all levels of government. Last month, Administrator Zeldin from the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency visited the river itself. And they have now fast-tracked some of the fixes that we need at the International Wastewater Treatment Plant, for which we all collectively fought and secured $600 million from Congress. But people in South County, despite this progress, despite these efforts, are continuing to suffer on a daily basis. Toxic gas poisons our air, making it unsafe for kids to play outside, and making it unsafe even at night when we're sleeping. We have to close our windows. We're grateful to the partnership of Acting Chair Tara Lawson-Remer and everything she's done. She's listening, she's pushing, and she's helping us build momentum on all of this. But we need the full board of supervisors to follow that lead, because right now, the county budget still sends a clear message. Until this request that this sewage crisis doesn't merit the investments that we need of the taxpayers' dollars. If this were happening anywhere else in this great county, for example, in Del Mar, we'd see emergency hearings, daily press conferences, and millions in emergency relief. But because it's happening in a working class immigrant community in South County, we're told to be patient, we're told to wait, and we're done waiting. Today, I'm renewing our call to the county to advance our 5-point sewage action plan, which is a practical and urgent plan that addresses 5 things. 1, fix the hydrogen sulfide hotspot at the Saturn Boulevard Bridge. It's basic infrastructure. The riprap that is present there is actually contributing and exacerbating the emissions of toxic gases that schools in less than half a mile distance are breathing in. We need to upgrade our systems at school so no child has to sit in a classroom breathing this toxic gas. We need to fund a comprehensive health study. We need the data. We need to understand the long-term health effects of this and damages of this exposure. And we need to treat this as a health emergency that it is. We also need to appoint a county sewage crisis chief so that we have someone who's trained and has on a daily basis the priority of organizing, collaborating, and cooperating with agencies at federal level and international level. And lastly, we need to conduct an impact study, an economic impact study. We know anecdotally that our businesses in South County are suffering. Our restaurants, our hotels, our mom and pop shops, real estate value has decreased, and nobody is at the wheel understanding that, getting specific data so that we can then elevate this at the federal level where we need more help from. So this is about fairness. It's about the right to breathe clean air, to drink safe water, and to walk your child to school without covering their nose. Thanks to all of this community pressure, and thanks to you all, media coverage and allies like Senator Booker and Acting Chair Lawson-Remer, we're turning the tide, but we cannot rest. Not while our families are still getting sick, not while the county budget leaves us behind. Because South County is not a sacrifice zone. We are not invisible, and we will not continue to be silent. So again, I want to thank Chair Lawson-Remer for her leadership, everybody who's present here today for standing with us, standing united, saying no more. This is unacceptable, and we will not continue to be the sacrifice zone of the county. So with that, thank you, and I'll you want to say anything? Sure. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mayor Aguirre, for all of your leadership and your vision that you've brought to this issue. I very much hope that when I bring your 5-point plan to my board, that we will be able to win the votes to move this forward and make it a reality for the residents of South County and the residents of our entire county. Many of the residents across our county are impacted all the way up and down the coastlines and inland who can't even use our beaches. So this is a countywide crisis, and I appreciate and I'm so grateful for your leadership in bringing forward this proposal with urgency. This is our moment, this is our time to move forward with coordination and with a shared commitment to action. The county has already stepped up in some ways, and we need to do more. And I am very much looking forward to moving forward the 5-point plan proposed by Mayor Aguirre so that we can begin tackling this crisis in San Diego County once and for all. So to everyone across San Diego County, especially our neighbors in South County, I hear you, I see you, and I promise you this, I'm not gonna stop fighting until your air is safe, your water is clean, and your community gets the protection and justice it deserves. So with that, we will open the floor to questions. Thank you very much.